Dude, doesn't that rip?
You're an idiot.
No, you're an idiot.
Welcome back, youths of America, especially the hot ones. It's the You're an Idiot podcast. I'm
Hot
Alex.
children.
Bring them back. I'm Alex Drag, which is my fat co-host, Geoffrey Osmus.
We're back, folks. I've been gone for what, a month?
The
Five,
kid has
6
been
weeks,
gone
folks.
a month.
He tried to soldier on, stumble through with co-hosts.
I was shot in the back, shot in the leg. I was just I was carrying the pot on my back.
And we all know he didn't. We all know he got upset in the round of 32.
It was a fucking a triumph, actually, is what some people say. Some people would say
no one listened to Van Halen without David Lee Roth.
This is what I'm
no
hearing.
one watched the podcast when I wasn't here, but I'm back, folks.
I couldn't name 3 Van Halen songs.
That's embarrassing, and I don't want to get angry the first minute of the podcast when I'm back.
That's good.
Embarrassing for you, and you can sit in that. I'm not going to even go further into Really? That's insane.
That's on me.
Little Guitars, great song.
But you're back, dude. How was Europe? Let's start with Europe.
Is there other stuff you want to talk about?
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't go, oh, how was Europe? I went on a crazy date a couple days ago.
Yeah, my date was sick. It was good.
I know. He actually does have a crazy thing to talk about, folks.
Oh, yeah. I got to tease that. I probably have, for the Patreon, because I know I can't talk about it on here, I probably
He can. He's just a huge pussy. But
I probably have the most scandalous story in pod
He's
history.
been doing a secret sexual tryst with a woman.
What the
And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say who or what.
God.
But let's just say it wasn't above board, folks, and she may have been 14 years old. This is the time
I guess she could be 14.
I unfortunately have to cut the cord with my pedophile co-host, but we do one final Patreon for you guys. But it is kind of juicy. I don't know. The details kind of got me a little horned up when he told me the first time.
I got pretty good at telling the story, and honestly, it's pretty intense. So you guys are going to want to get on the Patreon for that because it's probably the craziest thing I've done.
That's not saying much. That says a lot about his life and how much he's lived it within a small confines of a box. But
I haven't escaped a war-torn country, dude. I can't.
Right.
This is what I've dealt with.
It is good. No, you are right. Okay, but Europe.
Let's talk. We're never been.
You ever been?
We know this.
Poor little pig. You never been.
Never going.
Wow, that's insane. Europe is. It's a revelation. It's amazing.
Where'd you start?
Glad you asked. I flew from New York to Charlotte to Dublin to Berlin. One of the worst days of my life. That was a bad day. 15 hours of travel. But
yikes.
Yeah, where's Berlin? Well, you can know
Germany.
this. Okay, you know that. What do you know about Berlin?
Okay, Berlin. That's not the red light districts in Amsterdam, right?
Well, red light districts are in many cities, but yeah, the famous ones in Amsterdam.
In Amsterdam,
Berlin has a big sex
The
scene
Berlin
too.
Wall fell at one point.
Yeah, that is in Berlin. It's in the name. That's an easy one for you. I bet that's good for you when it has the name in it.
It fell because of communism.
I don't. It was up because of communism. You can argue it fell because of capitalism.
When you talk history, or when anyone talks history, if you toss in post 1900, if you toss in communism, you're kind of close. Like for anything.
No.
If someone's like
World War I,
if someone's like oh my god, dude, like Russia, you're like communist.
Well, that's you picked the
one
where
someone's like, oh, China, you're like, dude.
Okay, you picked the 2 communist countries.
Someone's like, oh, Cuba, you're like, fuck, dude.
Okay, you're picking all of
communist
them
now. Again, dude. This is how about maybe not Italy, maybe not France, but yeah,
they had communist parties, but yeah, you could argue. Okay, yeah.
See.
Okay, Berlin Wall fell. Yeah, they have a big sex scene in Berlin. It's a big thing. Kink clubs. I didn't go to them, but that's a big thing in Berlin.
Okay.
Big Turkish population.
Okay.
A lot of more Turkish people than German people almost.
Okay.
A lot of good Middle Eastern food. The Döner. That's the
Doner.
food. It's pronounced Döner, but it's spelled Doner. It's Döner.
Huh.
It's like shawarma, but with a little different spices.
It's also not said like shawarma. It's just shawarma.
Shawarma. I don't know.
You said
I don't believe in Allah. I can say however I want.
You botched shawarma. That's okay.
I don't think you've. Maybe that's possible. But the Döner was good. Honestly, food in Europe, it's just better.
Why?
Everything, because they don't use the chemicals we use. The preservatives. All the food tastes better.
Okay.
Just the butter at the store. It's like a whole different food.
Okay.
Our cheese, our bread, our butter is just pure trash compared to Europe.
Our cheese is bad?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all preserved. Oh, my. Their cheese is 10 times better.
Okay.
It's like a different food, honestly.
Really?
It's not even. Yeah, it's a different food.
So it's worth going.
Yes. Europe's amazing.
That's interesting.
They don't have freedom, but they have everything else. They don't have a fleet of F-40 Tomcats or whatever, fighter jets. They don't have a big army, but they got living conditions are better in Europe. There's no trash. There's no rats. You take for granted America, there's going to be rats. No, never saw a rat or a piece of trash in 2 weeks.
People are hot?
I actually would say Americans are hotter. I would actually say we are hotter.
That's how it's done.
They are.
That's how it's done.
That's how we are hotter. That is honestly one of the only things I would say we
that's
have.
What we got.
They don't have asses and tits there. Very beautiful faces, but no curves, I would say.
I mean, you're trying to convince me to go, bro. I'm not going.
I would say beautiful faces, though.
I'm a boob guy.
I agree that American women are more attractive. We just have, maybe it's the lumpiness of our bodies is related to the chemicals we eat or something. I don't know. There are no fat people in Europe.
That's cool.
No one over 200 pounds.
That's pretty cool.
I don't think I saw maybe England because they're the most like America. Otherwise, no.
Why aren't they fat? Just is the food that much? It can't be that. It just can't be the food.
It is the food, and they're more active. There's so many more people biking.
Yeah.
Public transit. People are walking more. We just drive everywhere. We're just fat.
Okay.
And they don't have fast food, really.
Okay.
There's no chains in Europe.
Really?
There are, but not in the same way.
Okay.
Like here's a Starbucks every block. I don't think I saw a Starbucks or a McDonald's really at all.
Oh.
They just aren't in on the like bad fast food shit like we are.
Isn't McDonald's better?
They do have McDonald's. I did not go, but they're not nearly as many. There's like a tenth as many.
Oh.
There's like 1 or 2 in fucking London.
Are people partying?
Yeah, they drink. They smoke a lot of cigarettes. I would say I hate that. We beat them on that. They're all puffing a fucking cig outside everywhere. Like hot women walking their dog, smoking a cig at 2 p.m. Sometimes I do not like.
Sometimes you need a cig, though, man. A post, if you have a bad set, you need a cig.
Oh, so you smoke a lot.
Yeah, I am packing it.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
chiefing.
That's not good for your lungs.
I'm chiefing.
Jesus Christ.
A good post-sex cig. Cigarettes after sex.
So you're not smoking that much.
Great indie band if you want to.
Post-sex cigarette?
It's called Cigarettes After Sex.
That's the band name?
Yeah.
That's good. I'll allow that. I'll allow that one. I'll allow that one. I was going to go in, but cigarettes after sex, not bad.
It's not bad at all.
Not bad. What else about Europe? The crowds are better.
Really?
They don't heckle. They don't really heckle.
Okay.
They're very polite. They're like excited to be out. They're like, they're not just there to like drink. They don't have the 2 drink minimums.
Yeah.
Like a couple of the venues didn't even serve alcohol.
What?
Yeah, I thought that was a little weird, but they're not there to like get fucking hammered and just like yell and make it about them. I was only heckled once by my own cousin in Berlin.
Jesus.
My cousin Audrey. That was rough. That was a rough look for the Osmus family.
What'd she say?
She just yelled out like 7 times. Just
What?
I said a joke about my mom. She's like, "Be nice. Your mother is amazing."
Oh.
And I was like, "Come on, Audrey." Okay, I was just joking. And then I said something about how I don't like feminism. Very, very obviously joking. She's like, "Feminism's awesome. Women rock." And I'm like, yeah.
Oh.
I was making fun of guys who are like sexist, and she got too drunk. It was embarrassing.
The cousin.
Yeah, my cousin's in Europe. She was still great.
She lives in Europe?
They live in Berlin. No, not Berlin. Darmstadt, southern Germany.
Is her husband American too?
He's British.
Ooh.
They weren't born in America. They're born in Costa Rica. My aunt lives in Costa Rica. She's like,
she's just a little of a wacky gal, huh?
My aunt or
Yeah,
in her daughter.
your cousin.
I haven't seen her in 10 years, so she wasn't wacky. She was just drunk. She got very drunk. She was fine, but my aunt is wacky. She thinks she can talk to birds, and yeah, she's a ethereal character.
Anyone that moves to Costa Rica on a whim is a little bit of a.
She met a hot German man. That's why my cousins live in Germany. Their dad was German.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think.
And she kept being like, Jeff, we are German. You have to remember your heritage. You need to learn the language. We're German. We need to.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I'm white.
Right.
We gave that up.
100%.
In America, we don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
If your grandparents were born in America, if you're white, you're done. I think we got to be done with that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna...
You're still Serbian. Your parents were born in Serbia. You get that still.
I should have learned it. But
you should know more about Serbian. I'm not German anymore.
I should have learned how to speak it. But I don't really regret, like, sometimes there are times where I feel like I should speak it, like, around, like, family members, but I don't really
You should have
care.
learned. You never will now. I can't imagine you learning anything really at this point.
I don't know what I'm gonna learn. Yeah. I bought a book.
You bought a book?
Yeah.
Didn't open it.
I'm like 30 pages in.
What book?
It's called The Tiger.
Oh, you've been talking about this for months. You finally bought it?
Yes.
About a guy who hunts tigers, right?
No, there's a tiger in Russia that keeps killing people.
Okay.
And
Russia, like Siberia, probably.
Yes, and so these guys are like kind of called upon to go find it.
It's real.
Take it out. It's a true story.
Wow, this is what captivated you. I've been trying to get you to read books, and this is the. I mean, I'm glad you're reading.
Yeah, but
that's
like
good.
Your books are like I don't know. I guess you
need
never
like
really...
a tiger hunting. How would Battle of Stalingrad? They're just hunting Germans. It's the same thing. It's just the greatest prey of all, man.
Yeah, I guess I could have gone Stalingrad, but like I don't know. Yeah, this just seemed cool to me. I guess.
Yeah, good. I'm glad. Maybe it'll start a little reading kick.
I do need to. Yeah, I got to learn some.
Maybe
things.
you'll have a good idea. We got a little sound machine at this new studio, folks. Kind of fun.
We taking that from the other pod? Do they use that a lot?
Oh, they just leave it here? Oh, I didn't know that was there. I thought it was just studio property. Okay. It's fun. I'm going to throw a few in, folks, later when they deserved.
Yeah.
They're well deserved. What else do I have to say?
Highlights from Germany, or then where'd you go after Germany?
Germany to Copenhagen. I was almost stranded in Germany because the train conductors went on strike.
Okay.
No, the airlines were on strike. My flight was canceled, and then the trains were on strike, but they stopped the strike for one day, and then I had to leave. Otherwise, I would have been trapped in Germany probably.
For how long?
The strike just ended like a week ago, so I would have rented a car or something, but that would have been tough.
Yikes.
But yeah, so that was all. The German train conductors went on strike about 84 years too late.
Oh, I get it. I get
it. Oh, wow. Yeah, I did that.
Holocaust.
That joke killed in Germany.
Holocaust.
They were killed.
Are they cool with Holocaust jokes?
Oh, yeah. They're very open about it. Yeah.
Really?
They're very cool. Yeah.
They're like, we did it.
The Germans are
Not
kind of the
deal.
punching bag of Europe. You can make German jokes anywhere, and they all find them funny.
They're like the Indiana.
German or Russia. You can make fun of now because like we don't really think about Ukraine in America. There, it's like a big deal.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about the war in Ukraine every day because it's like right there.
Mm.
They're not going to get to us. But like everyone there is like making Russian jokes all the time.
Yeah. How are the comics over there?
I'm not going to make any comments about that. But you know, here's the thing. They are behind us in comedy is all I would say. Not all. There were some great comics, but I went to one of the clubs one night and they're just doing a different thing.
Yeah,
they're just like they're like 10 years behind, I would say.
They're all doing Dane Cook.
They're just like the joke structures are like a little like, oh really?
Oh, okay.
Like I did Top Secret Comedy Club. That's like the big club in it's
London,
that or
right?
the Comedy Store in London.
Yeah,
and they do they have like two levels. They have show up top, show below. You do a set in the basement, then you like run upstairs, pretty much immediately go on stage upstairs. Pretty cool. I crush downstairs, go upstairs, and I have probably the worst set I've had in 5 years, I would say. It was really bad. They did not buy into the arrogant American thing that I was doing. And they loved it downstairs, but they weren't off. They were off on the wrong foot upstairs, and it was after I got off stage, people were whispering like, that sucked. I heard people saying like, terrible
Don't
job.
you feel like
shit.
Sometimes though? Don't you feel like sometimes because you said these comics are like some of them are like behind?
I think it was a little too much. They don't like the aggro thing, like the aggressive comedy.
I have a theory, man. I think someone can do so badly right before you, like that's so like hard, that's just so unfunny that if you do like good comedy after, it takes them so long to get.
Oh, are you saying I was the person doing bad comedy or good comedy?
No, the person before you is like doing this like shitty whatever.
They were. I don't want to. There were some decent comics there. The person before me was actually decent.
But if you're doing comedy that's like in what that audience is seeing is like 10 years ahead or whatever.
No, it was too. I was too political too. It was a young crowd. It was my fault. I tried to. like my crowds who come to see me like that political comedy, but they were just like 24-year-old British kids. Like, why is he talking about child porn? Like, they're like, what is he doing? That's not, I think, abortion, not a big deal in Europe. The abortion jokes don't really make sense.
Oh, really?
Because it's like, they're like, what? Why would someone be against abortion? No one, it's never been a debate in Europe.
Oh, wow.
Europe is just way more, their conservative party is like the Democrats. Like, they're just like, on like social issues, they're just so much more liberal than we are.
Really?
Like, being gay marriage, trans, abortion is like, no one gives a shit.
Weed's been legal there for a long time.
No, actually, that's the one thing they're not. The weed is not legal in most places. Yeah, that's a weird, I don't quite, it's becoming legal in Germany in like a month, but only Amsterdam. That's the one thing they're also behind us on the weed. It was hard to find weed. I actually didn't smoke weed for 10 days, folks, if you can believe that.
I don't believe that.
You can believe that.
I don't believe
I
that
was
for a
dying.
second.
I made a huge mistake traveling, folks. I stayed in a hostel every single night, and I would not recommend that.
What?
12 nights straight.
What?
Hostels are great. I love hostels if you're a tourist. But I was like doing a job, and that sucked. I needed like a full night's sleep.
Yeah.
So like I was traveling, doing shows. Like it was not a good idea. I was a zombie. I was actually one of the lowest points of my life a couple nights. There was some real dark times where I just couldn't get a full night's sleep, and I'm traveling, and I'm like, I don't want to do comedy anymore.
There was just like some Australian bros that are sharing.
It was
the hostel
Amsterdam.
with you.
That was because usually most hostels they give you like a curtain over your bed. You get a little pod. You can have a little you time up there. Okay. You can even hump a pillow. I did it a couple times. No one was in the room. I never did it when people were in the room, but in Amsterdam it was just a bed, no curtain, and it was just, and these two Canadian guys kept trying to talk, and I couldn't sleep, and I'd been up all day traveling, and it was really sad.
And everyone's clubbing till like 3 or 4.
And it was in the red light district. It was in the red light district, so it was pretty loud.
People are coming back at 5 a.m.
Yeah, and that was really, I didn't get any sleep, and that was tough.
Oh.
That was a tough night.
So you basically didn't sleep for 2 nights in a row.
Yeah. The people then, going to Amsterdam and Paris were tough. I was low. My tank was low for
so you
those
couldn't
shows.
even like enjoy Paris then because you're so tired.
I did get a day off in Paris. I did enjoy Paris one day, but one day was pretty. Paris is amazing. Paris is it's incredibly beautiful.
No ice in the coffee, right?
That's the one thing you know about France.
That's all you need to know.
That's all you know about the rich French culture.
Yeah,
dude. Don't put ice in their coffee.
No ice in the coffee.
They probably wouldn't do that. Yeah, that sounds right. They're probably like purists. Like, it is coffee. We don't put. I don't know what this accent is.
Baguettes. I think that was all right.
Baguettes. Yeah, they do have baguettes. Yeah. Is that all you? What do you know about France?
I know they got that they've got like that they've got a sandwich with like. It's like a certain kind of cheese and a certain kind of meat.
Wow. So every sandwich?
And a bread.
Wow. Oh, so they have a sandwich.
It's like
wow, that's interesting.
No, but it's
in
like
France?
But it's
really?
It's on a baguette. You're not. It's like a thin baguette.
All you know about the sandwich is one of the 3 components. You don't even. Does it have a sauce on it too?
It may not even have a cheese. Actually, I think it might just
France,
be.
it probably does.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Like a croquette?
Mike,
Are you talking about like a croquette? A croque monsieur. It's like ham and it's cheese. It's like a ham and Swiss on a baguette, basically. It's like an egg and cheese ham, like a ham. Yeah. There is an egg too.
So they have like an elite version of that, of like a ham and cheese.
Yeah,
sandwich.
they do, because the bread's really good and the cheese. Yeah, it's good. The food is good. And French food's really good. And British food is.
Bridget Bardot was a real piece.
Oh, you're just naming French people now.
Well, she was an actor.
Yeah. She is very hot. That's true. That is true.
And that's pretty much all I know.
That's what you know about a country. You know the hottest person
Bridget
and a
Bardot's
very
10.
skeleton version of the sandwich.
The coffee's whack.
Well, they don't put ice in it. It's still good.
Is the coffee good?
I actually did drink a lot of coffee. It was good, yeah, because I was so tired. I did get back on coffee for a bit.
Yeah.
But they're just, God, the food is good. Where else was I? That was fun. Oh, London. Our friend Michael Rice opened for me.
The GOAT, yeah.
Mike Rice, one of the. I guess he's like big in
he's
London,
big. He's
Ireland,
big.
and England. People know
he sells well too.
People
yeah.
on my show were like, "Oh shit, you got Mike Rice." They knew who he was when he came out.
Yeah,
That's cool.
His pod's big. He's doing well.
Yeah, I didn't know he has a big pod. He's so funny.
Yeah,
he had some jokes about. He had like a 15-minute joke about pedophiles. That was so funny.
Yeah, Mike is just
really great. Good hang. Who have any pod people who are at the both London shows? Great hangs. They're like these two dudes who drove or took the train from Newcastle, which is like 4 hours away.
What?
They're like these two leftist union guys.
Pod Bros?
Yeah, Connor, and I can't remember the other guy's name, but they were
sick.
Great. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then another night I hung out with this Alejandro or something. He was amazing.
That's cool.
Some cool people. You guys rekindled my dwindling faith in the humanity.
Because any guys that come from 4 hours, that's
I was like, a guy flew in from Portugal to go to the show in Paris.
What?
Yeah, people were coming because it is pretty easy to fly in Europe. That was probably only like an $80 flight, but like Europe, we forget that the countries are fairly close together. It's like states basically. But still it's from a long ways away. Yeah, people are cool. European crowds are smarter. I wouldn't say they're better because they're very they're very polite. They don't like laugh they don't like laugh really loudly.
They don't go hard.
They clap. They're like, oh, I see what you did there. Nice work. Clever. They clap in like Copenhagen and Berlin. They clap. Copenhagen, like comedy is new there.
Okay.
I was the first show they'd ever done at this comedy club. I was literally the first show. They hadn't booked an opener.
Oh, Jesus.
You know what it was? I got to Copenhagen and I was like, oh, who's the opener? She's like, oh, we think you opened the show.
For you.
Yeah. What?
I love that accent, by the way.
I don't know what the Danish accent. I'm not good at accents.
We think you
open show.
We think you open show.
We think you open show. The Danish.
You open show, Geoffrey.
Like I have a joke on stage. You can do an accent if it's wrong. Danish people are always like, me so Danish.
Me so
Danish. I should have done that in every country. God damn it.
Yeah.
But you know who happened to be in Copenhagen?
Who?
Our friend Maddie
Ryan, bro. Yes, you told the crew.
Maddie Ryan was a guest on here, the long-haired fellow
One
from
of the
Chicago.
best comics, one of the best dudes.
He just happened to be in Copenhagen with this woman he's seeing. And
how'd you run into him?
He DM'd me like, "Oh, you're in Copenhagen? I'm in Copenhagen." I was like, "Oh, come to the show." I assumed there was already an opener, but then they're like, "Oh, you don't have one?" And thank God he got there early. And I was like, "Oh, can you do it 10, 15 minutes up top?"
Oh my God.
That was a huge serendipity. That was kind of cool.
Yeah. Wait, how did Maddie do for the Copenhagen?
He did great.
Yeah.
Copenhagen was fun. They were good crowds.
Maddie has jokes at everyone. Like he has jokes about like whales and shit. You know?
Sure. Yeah, he did. Yeah. I mean, he's relatable.
Yeah.
I mean, they're Europeans. They're not like aliens. They get jokes. There were only like a few jokes there were a few jokes that didn't translate, but 80% translate.
But there's tons of comics that like here that have jokes about like whatever, like jokes about Brooklyn, jokes about Bushwick,
you can't do specific thing. And like it's actually more politics they know more about our politics than we know about it. Because I said this on stage there, but it like matters to them who wins.
Yeah.
In America, we don't really care who wins because we're not going to bomb America.
Oh, wow.
We bomb other countries. We don't bomb ourselves. It doesn't really matter who wins the election.
That's fire. That's really good.
That did well there. But it's the brands. That's what they don't get. If you're like, I had a joke where I said Applebee's. They had no idea. They don't know Applebee's. I can't remember. I think I said Old Navy, like stuff like that.
Wow.
They don't have those type of. They just have different corporations there. I had to change it up. Like I was hanging at the Tesco with me mates or whatever. The Tesco's like they're like Walgreens or whatever.
Yeah, is there like a thing out there like whatever that you can get everywhere, like a food or a drink that like they sell in like convenience stores that you can't get in America? Like, is there like something like that? Like, did you have like is there like a Reese's? Is there like a Reese's over there?
Oh, they have different candy. They have Kinder candies. Yeah, they're
those
good.
just like really.
They have them in America now, but they're more prevalent. You ever had a Kinder Bueno or a Kinder Egg?
I think they sell those around.
They're
here.
newer here, but that's a big thing there.
Okay.
They have this one ice cream that's really good, like an ice cream bar that's really good. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, what was your very best meal over there?
The Derner in Berlin, probably. The Turks did a good job. The original genociders, the Ottoman Empire. Nice work.
400
Very
years,
good.
right?
400 years?
What? Of the Ottoman Empire?
Oh, well, yeah. It lasted, I think it lasted like 500 or 600. But the genocide was about 100 years ago.
Okay.
Of who? Remember, Drago?
Oh, yeah, we talked about this.
How do you not know this? I mean, this is what the Nazis based their genocide on. They learned everything they know from the Turks. White people, again, stealing from people of color. Yet again,
who did the Ottoman kill?
The Holocaust is cultural appropriation when you really think about it.
Did they also kill Jews?
No. They would have if they had the chance, but there weren't many in the Ottoman Empire. Really.
Ottomans.
How do you not know that? It's the Kardashians.
Oh, wait a minute. She's Persian, right?
No, she's not.
Armenian. Armenian.
Armenian, yes. Wow, this is crazy. 1.5 million people dead. It doesn't even enter your brain.
From what I know about Armenians now, that's a lot of hot people.
They are an attractive race. That was the unfortunate part.
Someone had to have been like, we're killing a lot of tens.
Well,
someone had to be like, hold on. These can we leave the women alone? Like,
well, they actually did do that. They too did take the hot women and marry them. Yeah.
Then I have no notes.
Sex slaves.
I have no notes.
They were on top of that. They're not fucking idiots.
Yeah, you're not gonna.
They're evil. They're not stupid.
You're not gonna fucking just. Yeah, it's like if there's 100,000 Kim Kardashians, you're gonna go.
They kept them and they made them convert to Islam, and then now they're happy Turks. Yeah, that's what happened.
Oh, dude, I gotta visit Turkey then.
Yeah, you should. Turkey's awesome. I don't know if I'd go now. It's not that safe, but yeah.
But the women.
They are hot. I've been there. They're great. They're attractive. But it's kind of there's a chance of a terrorist attack if you go to Turkey. I wouldn't go there.
Okay, so
the Kurds they're kind of stirring up some
people
trouble.
In London hot?
So.
Is London hot?
London was probably the hottest city. Yeah, because London is a more cosmopolitan.
It's like
London's very diverse. It's very not like all
New
like
York.
Copenhagen is like. It looks like they were trying to do what Hitler was trying to do. Like Copenhagen's, it's like, oh, they didn't even fight to get what they wanted. It's just all white people. It's like, just do it quietly and make Legos and be nice. Like there's no diversity there.
That makes sense.
But London is very, they were hot.
Okay.
Ireland, quite ugly. Ireland.
Are you chilling?
Ireland was the worst crowd. I hate to say it. I thought they would be the best. They were actually, the venue wasn't great also.
Are they just...
The venue was like one of these things where there was 30 feet till the first audience member, so there's just was no intimacy. That kind of sucked.
You do have a lot of you're kind of on your own then a lot during this trip. Like you're not really kicking it with too many.
I was alone almost the entire time. Yeah.
Wow.
Except at after shows, no, but before the shows, yeah, I was alone.
So
all day. I actually don't mind that.
Who did you kick it with after shows then? When I was in Columbus, dude, I didn't really have all the people that were on the shows kind of went home.
Oh, really?
So I was just kind of I was ratting around at bars by myself, dude. It was a weird look. Well,
you were going to college bars on your own?
No, these were I found the ones where older millennials were at or millennials were at.
Okay.
But I had the excuse I could watch the games by myself, but still just not a good look.
Did you talk to people?
I talked to a couple guys playing pool, talked to the bartender a little bit, but there was one college girl that came up and talked to me, was kind of feeling it out.
And you were trying to decide if she was old enough or not?
I was trying to be what are you studying?
So where were you at 9/11?
Yeah,
do you remember the Bush Junior? What do you remember?
Because you don't want to ask junior year. What are you, a sophomore? You just want to get
suss it out. Yeah. And then she asks you, "What year are you?" I'm like,
she did.
I'm in my 8th year of comedy. I'm a super senior of comedy.
She did her line coming up to me was she had a drink with us, and she was just so. You're a little older than some of the people here.
Oh,
I was just
no!
Oh shit!
She's like, you shouldn't be here. Maybe.
No, it was like. So do you need a friend? Do you want someone to hang out with or whatever? And I was,
and you rebuffed her attempts at love.
I was Illinois is on right now, so I have to. Terrence, what is his name? Terrence Shannon.
Yeah. Then they got a 30-0 run against UConn.
Yeah, dude. It was a $3 everything's at this bar in Columbus. I got a bullet shot for
Sure.
$3.
I don't know why you're getting that, but yeah. So you're just taking shots by yourself? My God, I leave the country for 2 weeks and the man's acting like a Vietnam vet.
Oh yeah, dude. I've been off shots for a long time. You know this. Yes, but I had a bad.
Yeah, but shots alone, that's nothing really sadder than a shot. The whole point is who do you clink the glass with?
I did the 19-year-old laughed. Like she wanted nothing to do with me.
Did you do one with her?
No.
Oh.
I should have done it with a bartender.
Was
something.
she 19 that you sussed that out?
She was young, dude. She was for sure young. She must have been 19 or 20.
Tough.
Wow, so
Drago,
that was
really.
Yeah, that was a
Keeping
bad
the
look.
police on their toes.
Yeah, it was a weird look. That bar actually that I was at in particular was where that girl came up to me. It was younger, but like there was 2 other bars that I went to after. But dude, I just didn't have anything. The shows were done at like 9:30.
You could just go home and watch TV. It's not saying I would have either. I would have done the same thing, but it's interesting.
I was crashing with a comic. I wanted to give him like, I wanted to come back at like midnight or 1 and just to give him some space.
There was no comics you could hang out with?
So the 2 other comics that were on the show were from Cincinnati. Another comic lived in the suburbs. They all left, and I was just like, "Oh fuck, I'm about to drink by myself."
I got
dude.
people to hang out with every show. There were always a comic or a couple. There was always a couple pod fans.
That's
every
the thing,
show,
dude. So
honestly.
actually, what I should have done was the Thursday show. 5 pod people came, and I was just and I talked to them after, and they were like, they were there.
Yeah, someone messaged me. They're like, "Yeah, Drago has some great new dating jokes." They said I saw him in Columbus. That someone said that. They said he's really taken the game by storm on the dating world.
I guess some other stuff, but yeah, there's some new. I actually have one new dating joke I really like.
About you dating a Zionist or what is it?
No, dude, we're not talking
you dating that girl.
That
who tore down the Free Palestine poster.
And I guess we're gonna keep badgering that. You know what, guys? Some people believe in what they believe in. How about that? Some people believe
pussy is pussy. We're all the same. We're all genocide deniers in the dark, folks. It's all the same. Yep.
Yeah. If the body hits, the religion's out.
Yeah.
How about
you
that?
got to hurt Gaza Strip, I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure you did.
But yeah, the actually Columbus show, the Thursday night was fucking electric, dude. That was like an awesome time.
Yeah, I'm going to Columbus in a couple weeks, folks. Buy those tickets.
So actually, there was a guy there. The guy that's booking the Columbus Comedy Festival saw me at one of the shows. He's going to have me there to headline, but he's trying to have you headline a show there.
Oh,
too.
yeah. I think I met. What was his name? I know him.
Walker? I think he's a pod listener. So
yeah, I've listened to him. I think the date didn't work, but yeah, I was trying to do it.
But yeah, so that seems good. So I'm coming back. I'm going back to Columbus in like August.
Is that going to be your new Boston that you go every 2 to 3 weeks?
Yes. That'll be my new. Dude, Columbus is fun. I mean, I could drink there alone. And
you can do that anywhere.
Yeah.
I've done that in many cities.
Yeah.
I've drank alone many places.
That was a weird because I was trying to
bring your book, bring your tiger book to the bar, sit down. If you read a book, no one fucks with you.
That's a good point.
That's one of the best things. You have a book, no one comes up to talk to you.
I think I'm gonna do that. I also
you don't even have to read it. Just if it's there, they're like, oh, he means fucking business.
And then like you try to find them. Maybe I guess like in my mind I was like, oh, maybe I'll find someone to talk to and just hang out with. No one. There's no one in Columbus that I really at least at the bars I saw, at least at the 19-year-old bar, didn't want to talk to anyone there. And then I went to this like just real seedy dive with some real just some characters.
Those are not your people. You've got soft hands.
No.
They're not looking. These forklift operators aren't looking to talk to you.
They didn't want to chat with me either. So
hey, you guys ever get the ick? They're like, what? We worked 80 hours this week. Do I get the ick?
Bro, check this girl I matched with. You would, right? You would, right? They're like, get away from me, dude.
Jesus.
So yeah, so I'm gonna go. But Columbus, actually, there's the guy told me the lineup's good, so I'll be able to hang with like Simon will be there, like Matty Ryan will be there.
Sure, yeah.
So that'll be cool.
We're both in Boston this weekend, but you
a couple of rivals,
rival shows. Yeah.
I mean, that's not rival. I'm
yours
in
is
Fox,
like 45 minutes outside of Boston.
You've done the comedy scene, right?
I actually only went. For some reason, I went there when there wasn't a show, and they showed me the room, and it looked brutal. I don't remember why. Oh, we took a tour of Foxborough Stadium, and it's literally in Foxborough Stadium. It's like right next to the Patriots field.
Somebody,
it's very weird. It's not really a city. It's just like a stadium with like a little mall and a comedy club.
Someone DM me saying it's literally like an EA Sports arena. Like that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it is. No, it's really bad. So you're gonna have a really bad time.
I think I already don't do great like in the suburbs. So
this is like I don't even know if it's a suburb. It's like people who just live for the Patriots.
Yeah,
they just like live in Patriotville. That's like kind of what it is.
I have no idea how it's gonna go, but I'm going, and you're gonna be 45 minutes away from me.
I'm gonna be downtown Boston, Laugh Boston. This is coming out after this, so it doesn't really matter. But
yeah, those are gonna be great shows.
You came to the shows. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm kind of pumped. I'm pretty pumped for him. John Kennedy's opening.
That's gonna be good.
Perfect city for him. John Kennedy, Boston hero.
He's got a riff on that.
He won't. He never talks about his name. He never does.
He still didn't do that joke. That joke he told us?
No, he doesn't. I think if you're named John Kennedy, you got to do 90 seconds on it up top because everyone's like, what?
Yeah.
Like our friend Tom, we had a friend named Tom Brady. He changed his name not to Tom Takar, but he had a great bit about it. You have to.
Yeah.
It's in everyone's thoughts. You have to talk about it. My name was Geoffrey Dahmer. You know I'm doing 10 minutes on it.
Yeah, it's true.
I do it so much it'd be annoying. You'd be like, I wish he would be a murderer, not a comedian.
Did I tell you this thing about how a comic brought me up in Minneapolis?
What'd they say?
Did I tell you this? I like dropped in on this show. I got in on early on Thursday, and I dropped in on this like bar show. And this guy, he knew I was headlining Sisyphus that weekend. Sure. And the way he brought me up was he goes, all right, your next comic. He's headlining. He's in town from New York. He's headlining Sisyphus this weekend. So make sure to go see him. Unless he sucks right now, then definitely don't go see him. But give it up for Alexdrags, which I was just like, what the fuck?
A lot of pressure.
What
and
the fuck?
Here's what the people want to know: did you suck?
I actually had a great set. Sorry, I always look into the camera. I used to do that with columns thing. I always do that.
You can look into the camera. No one's mad about you.
Well, thanks, Mike. All right. Well,
nice
it was a great set, guys. Yeah.
Is that true? Was it?
We're HD'd up, bro.
Yeah, I know. I ripped my hair.
Your moles are in full force right now.
The moles are big. My hair. I just got a haircut. It's not. And I'm wet outside.
Have you ever gotten a worse intro than that?
I mean, people forget my name all the time.
Yeah,
it still happens. People get Geoff ass. I mean, people our friend ass. Geoffrey Anus, our friend Tiny Thickums used to bring me on stage as Geoffrey Anus all the time.
Tiny Thickums, Chicago legend.
This is a badass motherfucker, my dog, Geoffrey Anus. But she was purposefully doing that, which is worse in some ways.
Didn't get a pop, did it?
No one. Everyone's like, his name's Anus. And then the first minute of the set, I had to tell them, no, my name's not Anus.
Yeah.
And then I'm just in a hole from the beginning. And that was on the Late
People
Show.
Are wondering what
it's also at a show. It was the Late Show that I'm getting up at 1 a.m. She goes, "Your next comic's Geoffrey Anus." They're already drunk and rowdy. I wouldn't let her do that again. She did it probably 10 times though.
Yeah, you have to say something.
I would have to put my foot down. We can't do that.
Damn. So the kid is now back and he went to Kentucky.
I flew from Dublin, Ireland Friday morning to Lexington, Kentucky to do a show on Friday night. Something that honestly I bet no human's ever done that before. No one has ever done the Dublin to Lexington, Kentucky pipeline.
That was a straight shot.
I woke up at 7 a.m, got a flight at 9 or 9:30. Landed in Charlotte around 2 p.m.
Okay.
Flew from Charlotte around 4. Got to Lexington 5:45. Did a show at 7.
Wow.
One of the longest days of my life. Actually, that day wasn't bad. The adrenaline kind of got me going. It was kind of fun. I was like, oh, this is cool. The next day, I really crashed the next day.
Damn.
The people who came Saturday, I'm sorry, Lexington. It wasn't my best.
You're simply running on fumes at this point.
Yeah. I mean, you hear my voice. It's still the thing. I still have the fucking phlegm in my throat from 5 months ago.
Any new listeners? Geoff has had a real bout with his health.
I've had a respiratory infection for now 5 months. Went to the doctor for the 3rd time. They're like, we don't know.
When did you see right before you left? Did you go see?
Yeah, this is actually, I guess, 3 weeks ago now. They gave me medicine, which I actually have not used the medicine yet because I was in Europe. But I was in Europe. I couldn't pick it up till I got back. but now I will use it. But still, they didn't know what was wrong. The guy was basically like, I don't know, try cough syrup. That's all he gave me, really.
Yeah.
Which isn't, I'm not coughing. You do realize getting older, doctors are not these omniscient geniuses.
Yeah.
We think that we're grown up like, oh, the doctor will know what to do. They're not all good.
That's true.
They just studied, they crammed for the exam and then forgot where the esophagus is. They're just drunk partiers in college too.
I feel that way when I have a cold as well. When I have a cold, like my roommate Pat, he's always like, dude, just like go like maybe see if you can get like some antibiotics or something like that, or like see a doctor. And it's like I either wait a week, or I either get better after 5 days, or a doctor's going to tell me I'll get better in 5 days.
Yeah, they usually just tell you wait it out, or they give you a very general medicine that has a fairly low chance of doing anything.
It's always like, yeah, you go into the doctor, you wait for an hour, you're fucking sitting there, you're sick. Like going to the doctor is the worst part of being sick in a lot of ways, you know?
I mean, we haven't had the type of sicknesses that are worse, but yeah, for the level of sicknesses we have, yeah, that is true.
Life's been good, folks.
Life's been fairly decent for us, but they don't tell you the symptoms of not the symptoms, what's it called? Side effects of a medicine. They gave me this medicine that destroys your stomach, and they didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
And it was like the most pain I've been in years, because it destroys all the bacteria in your stomach, and then the acid's just eating away at the walls of your stomach. No, we didn't throw up, but it bloats your stomach. I felt like I was like a balloon about to explode for like 36 hours. And then I had to buy probiotics to replace the bacteria in my stomach. And they didn't. It's a very common side effect. They didn't tell me that.
Yes, you had to look it up and do your own research.
I had to do my own research and figure it out. They didn't. They were like, "Well, nothing will happen."
You had to get your own kombucha.
I had to buy kombucha. That's literally what I did to replenish the bacteria. This medicine that did nothing killed in my stomach. And
you've already got that Buddha belly already. So when your stomach's bigger, you look.
I've been having incredible poop recently. Something about Europe, really. I've been having straight shooters.
Really,
the diarrhea Geoff is over. I'm together again.
What do you think makes you so regular?
I don't know. I've just been eating good recently. Haven't been. I don't know. I feel good. Haven't drank that much.
Yeah.
Well, we went on a little bit of a bender in Illinois this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Me and Tommy Brennan we filmed a little documentary, folks, that'll come out in a couple months, probably 2 or 3 months.
Oh, that'll be cool.
It's gonna be we're doing these. It might turn into a series where we go to these small towns and like film a documentary about the town and then do a show at the end where we incorporate all this local gossip and lore.
Oh yeah, because you're into history.
It's more. We're doing more like not the history, a little bit more like local people. Like we're talking about the mayor and famous people from the city and famous drunks around town. It was very fun.
Okay,
it was a good time.
That's cool.
Yeah,
and Tommy's moving here.
Our friend Tommy Brennan is moving here. I don't think that's that interesting to the podcast listeners, but
hey guys, Tommy Brennan's going to be in Bushwick soon.
I think he's moving to Williamsburg actually, but yeah,
goated. Of course he would.
Yeah, he's got the money.
Yeah, I got to. I do want to say this. I found out something about myself recently.
What?
You know me.
Dumb?
Dumb, yes. But, dude, so you know I go to the shore, the Jersey Shore to go watch the March Madness with my boys.
You go to the Jersey Shore every 3 to 4 days. Yeah.
Here's what I realized, dude. I need a perfect hang for something like that.
What do you mean?
So I get, I need a crew that is like perfectly tailored for me.
Oh, this is for you watching the first weekend of March Madness for the listeners. This is what you're referencing.
I was watching the first weekend of March Madness. So me and my college buddies go down, but then my buddy whose house it is, he brought like 3 or 4 other friends that we're not as close with. I didn't hit it off with one of those guys.
Okay. One of them? Why? What was it?
Was
he gay? Black?
I think he's bi. He's bi.
Oh, interesting.
Which didn't help him in the long run, if you know me.
Yeah.
So
because he's what you are, and you don't like to see a reflection of your true self.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he's like a new NBA fan, and he was talking about like how he just was going these rants.
You're saying he didn't have enough knowledge to talk with you,
but he would just talk and talk and talk.
Yeah, Rudy Gobert is kind of doing pretty well in the triangle.
He just would spew bullshit, but he would talk at lengths where he just didn't know that he was being annoying to everyone. It got to a point, dude, where we were. First off, it ruined probably 5 hours of my day.
These are the struggles Alex Dragovich goes through, folks. The hang wasn't quite perfect, at his friend's penthouse in the Jersey Shore.
Dude,
it just wasn't quite what he wanted at the free beach weekend.
Yeah, it was a. First off, this thing's not. This thing is a mansion on the shore.
My bad. It's actually bigger.
This thing is.
Whoopsie.
This house is just a. It's the coolest part of me. It's the coolest thing that
it pays to be friends with a billionaire. It does.
So it was so bad at one point where we go to this other bar to watch.
God, the butler didn't even have vegan options.
Oh, chill out.
Oh my God.
We go to this bar to watch the game.
Is it a private bar within the mansion, or you had to go with the plebeians?
We went.
You had to go out into the city.
We went to the.
You had to rub shoulders with the poor.
We're watching Colorado, and Colorado won on a buzzer beater, and I was down on I was already down like probably $200 or $300, and one of my friends was he's like Al, like how pissed would you have been if you missed that shot? And I was like, I would not have been any more pissed at how much sorry, I'm not gonna say the guy's name. Blank's been talking the whole time, and I thought that was gonna hit. Did not hit at all.
Wait, was he there?
Right next to me.
Why would you think that would hit?
I thought everyone.
How would that hit?
I thought everyone felt how I was feeling, and I just was so mad, dude. I tried to call this guy out for for being so fucking annoying, but everyone was, I guess, pretty fine with it. Apparently,
I think they were either fine with it or they didn't like you calling out a guy just a friendly hang.
It literally was like a record.
How long had you known this guy? Less than 24 hours?
No, I've hung out with him before.
Oh, so you vaguely knew him, but still.
Yeah.
Okay. This seems to be a common trend where you kind of lash out at people because you're unwilling to maybe learn how to control your emotions.
Dude, it was ruining my day.
Yeah, and you probably ruined the night then.
No, we were back. We were
really?
fine.
This guy forgave you for saying he talks too much?
He was talking so much, and I had to call it out.
And did he stop?
No, dude. He didn't even fucking stop. He just kept going. It was so fucking frustrating, dude. It was like I don't know how can you go through your life?
You just need to smoke a little more weed. Like this is just such a small trivial matter that I could never imagine it bothering me.
Really? Just a guy talking too much. But Geoff,
I leave.
He was
I have 3 shots and then I don't care.
He was talking so much that it was just ruined my day.
I don't like when people talk a lot. I agree, but you can't. That's not even a good riff. You didn't even have a good riff.
It was like a dragged out.
It's not even a good. It's not even a good riff.
I think I summarized a bit. I think it was something like it was.
What was he talking about?
The ending riff was like, and if. It was like if blank stops talking, and I thought it was gonna be like a huge pop.
You know that someone knows his name is listening to this, and they'll tell him.
Nah.
Okay. Maybe I don't know. I hope not.
Should I
No, it doesn't matter. We gotta do that.
I think we made up.
Sure.
Whatever, dude.
Was he rich too?
No, he's like okay. Here's the thing. He's a good guy. He's a good dude. But it just annoyed the fuck out of me.
Huh.
It ruined my weekend.
And you annoy me all the time, and I just...
I
don't say anything.
You just soldier on.
I just go. I just...
Yeah.
Hold it against you, and I let it boil.
You just let it
I just take a month off the pod, and then I come back, and it's all good.
See this, guys?
It's all good.
You can internalize it like Geoff, or you can lash out
Should we tell
like
him
me.
the new plan? Every other week, folks, Osmus is going to be here.
Yes.
Then Drago's going to hold it down while I'm gone. But I'm going to bring the heat, folks. When I'm here for every other week, I'm going to really let it fly, folks.
Yeah, I don't know the plan exactly, but that seems to be a pretty good.
I think that was the plan. I just said it.
A pretty good announce. Yeah.
And we're still doing the Patreon. What do they get in the Patreon? We kind of stalled in the patrons, but we're hoping to move back. Hoping to hit 500 by the summer, I would say.
Yeah. $3 a month gets you an extra audio episode. $5 gets you an extra video episode. $10 a month gets you free tickets to any of our shows across the country.
Yes, a lot of people have been cashing in those free tickets. Make sure you just got to message me. If you message me on Instagram and just say Genghis Khan or Napoleon, I always click on the message. That's how I know it's about tickets or something about the podcast. I'll generally answer most questions.
Yes.
People are actually pretty cool. There's only been a couple weirdos. Generally, people are cool.
What, at the shows or on the Patreon?
Just in messaging and stuff from most people are cool. A couple people said they wanted to fuck my sister a lot. I wasn't as into that, but you know, we move on. I understand boys being horny.
Yeah, you know, and your sister's, you know.
I have no comment on the issue. I'm marrying her this summer. I just got my license. I'm the officiant at the wedding.
Whoa.
I just got my Universal Life Church priest license or whatever.
Okay.
So I can marry anyone in the world now.
Yeah. How much do you have to talk for that? Like,
I mean, however little or much you want. It's not a religious ceremony. They're not religious, so I don't actually know what I'm going to do. I'm actually very nervous now that I'd say it out loud.
Where's the
I
wedding
still have over
at?
2 months. It's at a campground in Central Washington. My sister and her fiance are kind of hippies, honestly.
Central Washington.
It's right on the edge of the Rocky Mountains and the plains of eastern Washington.
Okay.
It's beautiful. It's amazing. They like to hike. They like to get away from the world, and one day I hope to join them.
Never been. I don't think I've been to Spokane.
It's like 2 hours west of Spokane.
Oh
yeah.
shit, we got.
We're at 50. Okay, well let's do. What do we got? We got to do a little plug at the end, Drago.
Let's do some
you know,
plugs, guys.
Have you been doing the plugs while I've been gone?
Of course.
Really? Has he been, folks? Let me know. Let me know the actual real deal of what went down while I was gone, folks.
Oh, someone commented today that the last episode was really good.
How many did you did? One with Tommy Bayer. You did one with
Mike Racine
and Lily
and
Tucker. You did
and
4.
Tucker. Yeah, I'll be expecting a good portion of that Patreon money.
I mean, I already give you 90%, folks. A little behind the scenes. Alex does all the work, and I give him all the money.
This is how it goes,
yeah,
folks.
So, you did 4. Who was the best? I would bet I like Tommy Bayer the best.
Tommy was great.
Not saying I don't like the other people, but Tommy was my favorite.
I'm like probably I'm not like as close as with Racine, but Racine had some big.
I bet you guys talked Izzy Palestine.
Yeah.
Yeah. yeah. Good. I'm glad he kept the flame alive.
Yeah.
Good.
Izzy P was in full effect with
good.
With
yeah.
Racine.
Mike goes off.
Lily shit talked big time on the Patreon.
Really? About who?
Like Drew Michael.
Whoa. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm into that. I'm down to talk. I'm down to talk a little shit.
It was wild.
I'll talk a little shit in the Patreon. I'm kind of fed up.
I got
with a few things.
massive to share on the Patreon.
Drago does have a fun little secret that I didn't know he was ready to share it already. I've been holding it in for the last month or two. Yeah,
over in Europe.
I've been thinking about the sexual conquest Drago is having.
Yeah, we'll talk about it though, guys.
You got shows coming up. You got your calendar out. I see. What?
April 12th, I'm in Albany, Lark Tavern.
Albany. That's a good venue.
Yeah. Then. What's it? April 19th, 20th. I'm with Geoff in Nashville.
Zany's Nashville, folks. Those shows are pretty close to selling out. I would buy a ticket.
April 27th, I'm in Rhode Island at the Glue Factory.
At the Glue Factory. Wow, they're finally putting you out to pasture.
Guys.
Wow, this is the end of your career.
I'm a goddamn brewery comic, and don't forget it. Okay?
The Glue Factory's a brewery?
No, I don't know what it
what
is.
It's a comedy.
It's a comedy. I don't know.
And where's that, Providence?
Providence,
yeah. Providence is sick. Underrated town. Mob ties. I love it. I got Nashville with Drago. I got Des Moines in a weekend. I got Columbus, Cincinnati, and L.A. coming up. Toronto and what was the other one? Las Vegas just got added in June. I'm seeing Dead & Co. And then I added a show to pay for the absurdly priced tickets I had to pay. Guess how much you think Dead & Co. at the Sphere is?
For one ticket?
One ticket, general admission, I think.
$350.
Oh, that's pretty much accurate. Yeah, I think it was $375 or $400.
Let's go.
Yeah, I was shocked at how much they were, but here we are. I'm going to 4 concerts this summer. So expensive.
Yeah.
Ween, Dave Matthews, Dead & Co.
Oh, Dave Matthews would be cool.
I'm seeing them at the Gorge. I'm going to all 3 nights or 2 nights.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, and Fish as well.
Where's the Gorge?
It's like this outdoor venue in Central Washington. It's where my sister lived. It's like a very famous venue. They do it every year, Labor Day weekend. Dave Matthews.
Oh wow!
I've never been, but I heard it's fun.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm becoming the whitest man of all time this summer, folks.
Yeah,
I'm seeing
I was just
4
in
jam bag.
Copenhagen and Ireland, and now I'm going to.
Yeah, I was working. I really didn't do that much touristy stuff in Europe. I really had 2.5 days of doing tourist stuff.
Yeah,
it was mostly traveling, doing shows, and then getting drunk after the shows.
Yes.
It really wasn't a full vacation, folks. Daddy's at work, and this summer I'm taking off. After mid-June, 2.5 months, you're not going to hear from me.
Yes.
I'm taking it off, folks.
Kids got to relax.
Gotta relax. Okay, folks. This was an episode, was it? I'm not counting the episodes where I wasn't here. Drago thought we were at 119. I don't count those. Like I said, you don't count the Cars are still touring, but Rick Ocasek's dead, so it's not really the same band. So when Daddy's gone, they don't count. We're actually at 116 on the true count.
So which ones do I count? Do I not count the one next week then?
No. When I'm not here, it doesn't count. That can be a separate thing. That can be the different thing. You can count those separately, but I'm not going to be a part of that.
Okay.
Did anyone say the N-word while I was gone?
No.
No one said the N-word. So because we'll count that though. So the N-word free count is at 30 then, folks. 30 straight episodes without the N-word. Only 70 more till we party in Arkansas and let our freedom flags fly, folks.
It's going to be big.
It's going to be big. We're going to the Patreon now. We're going to talk about Alex's secret tryst. And I have a couple of shit talking in the comedy scene I'd like to bring up. Good night and good luck. Thank you for listening. You've been an idiot. Bye.